Hey everyone, it's Libby from Ousted Tarot. I'd like to acknowledge the Warramai First Nations people, the traditional custodians of the land on which these videos are made, and welcome to you, your guides, my guides, and the universal energies. And I really hope that you are starting to commune with your guides through the readings that we're doing, and a little bit of guidance over on the Meister's Guidance channel in a few videos I did several weeks ago, because boy, being in the presence of your guides and just being comfortable with them and having them never leave you alone is actually is a very exciting place to be. Okay, what I'm going to have a look at, I'm going to use my Golden Universal Tarot. Now I'm fully aware that with the huge picture window there and the huge picture window there, these cards being gilded do tend to reflect a bit. I am so looking forward to having my own office one day instead of the corner of the lounge room. So I'll hold these cards up and we'll see how we go. Okay, what I'm going to look at is the gerrymandering in the US. Now, I saw a brilliant chart where it was showing splitting up of the particular, so they had blue voters and red voters as dots per however many, and there was probably about 60% blue voters and 40% red voters, and depending on how that chart was split, it showed, I can't even, I'll have to put the link of it in the box below, but it basically showed, okay, if it's split this way, the Democrats win. If it's split this way, the Democrats win. If it's split this way, the Republicans win. And it was a real eye-opener. So what's happened is that basically without gerrymandering, the Republicans can't win in a majority of districts and states and areas. And federally, it's actually quite fascinating. So what's happened is when the Republicans get in, they gerrymander the absolute BS out of the maps. Now, as an Australian, I find that really quite confronting, because we have an independent election commission that draws up the maps with very specific guidelines that were put into our constitution, so there's no politicising of it at all, it's so easy to vote over here. You register. I turned up to vote about 3 weeks ago in our state election. Wasn't even asked for ID, just basically asked for my name, crossed my name off, and gave me the forms. Fascinating. And every school and every primary school and every school hall is turned into a voting centre. I think I waited less than 2 minutes to get in, and you can pre-vote by going down to, again, pre-opened centres up to, I think it's about 2 weeks before the election, and postal votes. Not a problem. So I just find the US system really quite confronting and voting is compulsory in Australia, and we vote on a Saturday. It's so easy. Everybody votes. You can go in and you can do what we call a donkey vote. Yes, a few descriptive things get drawn on ballot papers, but that just means that that person has chosen not to vote, and that's their prerogative. Anyhow, I'm get off my little soapbox and let's have a look at the gerrymandering in the US. So someone asked me, will the gerrymandering in the US, it is such a state issue, I don't understand it. Okay, well, the gerrymandering in the US, devil energy, but big stick, new start message coming forward. What have I got on the bottom? Seedy underbelly being exposed and stepping forward in faith and hope and new beginnings. And then we have here the youth bringing forward the message and a plan coming to fruition. So what I'm really getting from those cards that came out, plus the 2 on the bottom, was, yeah, it is under this toxic energy at the moment, the devil energy at the moment, and there's huge disappointment, emotional disappointment in how it's done, because it is restricting people's right to act to the truth. Okay, but let's have a look at going into the future. Show me the gerrymandering going into the future. I'll take that card because by crikey it flew out. It was only caught by my microphone. Gerrymandering into the future. Show me the gerrymandering in the United States going forward into the future. What's coming? What's coming? You want those that way? Okay, right. Okay, when your guides tell you how they want the cards, you got to listen. Okay, what we've got here is this is the one that flew out. Full illumination, joy, radiance, youth. So this is telling me that because I was very specific, into the future. It's going to be okay. But the challenge is going to be defeating those that are making gerrymandering occur. This is the clarity causing defeat. So it is an awakening. Oh, I love this youth vote. Oh, if you haven't seen it, Kellyanne Conway came out yesterday and said the GOP needs to, I can't even remember what she said, but it was about, we'll be back when this youth vote is they get married and they buy houses and they get old, they'll become more conservative. Beau of the Fifth Column did a brilliant video on it. Have a look at it, because it's basically, no, they won't. What happens is each generation becomes more progressive, and so that the right is pushed even further right. People don't become conservative if they have been progressive for the first 30 years of their lives. They don't. She was ranting about the fact that the Democrats have created this coming out to vote machine. No, the Democrats actually haven't. It's what the GOP are doing that has inspired the youth vote to come out. So, interesting. Okay, that was a bit of a quokka moment. If you need to look them up, QUOKKA, have a look. Absolutely gorgeous. Instead of a squirrel, it's a quokka. Okay, so what we've got here, okay, it is full illumination, the youth coming forward, standing up and being heard, challenged by the need to defeat. The energies behind the scenes. OMG, we have the Queen and King of Swords here. The energy behind the scenes is literally judicial legislation. I'm not talking about a governmental legislation. This is about court cases being brought forward, about prosecutors, feminine and masculine strength, standing up for each other, clarity of exposure. This is what's going on behind the scenes. So what I'm really getting is it's going to be the judicial system that is going to bring about these changes. The energy coming out of that strength in these changes, strength in this judicial system, and temperance, moderation. These are big cards coming out. A movement towards moderation and a rebalancing. And the rebalancing is the fact that, okay, I'm going to say gerrymandering. I did say into the future. I didn't put a timeline on it. That there will be significant legal cases that come through that basically take down gerrymandering. Okay, the karma hanging over the gerrymandering at the moment. This is my GOP card. It's my infighting card. It's the throwing each other under the bus. It's the clawing to get on top. It is petty, young, teenage squibbling. You said it, no, you said it. So this is GOP infighting. Is the karma hanging over the gerrymandering. And a need, okay, can be the victory card. I have read it as victory very rarely, but this to me is very much a need to win. So this is why the gerrymandering is taking place, and it is this infighting for a need to win. However, if you have a look at the figures in the background, they're not so clear on this card, but they're turning away. It is an uncomfortable win. It is not a sustainable win. Okay, going forward, so the future, looking to the world stage to see how it's done overseas and making a plan is what I'm getting from that. I love this, the Tower card. So Two of Wands, it is going to be a crossroads moment, but they are going to look overseas to how other democracies do this electoral boundaries, etc. This is the breaking down of what is no longer serving, the complete destruction of what is not serving the people so that it can be built back anew. So these are good cards. Nine of Pentacles, independence, independent female energy, knows her own mind, and then we have the Four of Wands, bringing in the harvest, coming together. At the moment, it's be careful what you wish for, because there are things going to be exposed that have not been yet exposed, and here we have the current process of gerrymandering with its back against the wall, and here we have the Queen of Pentacles coming forward with something, the birth of something new. Okay, again, it's the youth coming forward, bringing forward the message that is going to expose the seedy underbelly. And we've got the Fool setting out on a new start, and then we have the new start again with the Ace of Wands, a new way of doing things with the Ace of Wands. Underneath we've got the Devil energy, the old white men, moneyed white men, the Emperor, my way or the highway. Something really unexpected is going to be revealed in regards to them, which is going to stop the gerrymandering as there is this collective awakening and an inevitable ending. Okay, so I am seeing, right, that it is going to come to an end. I'm not going to put a timeline on it. I am, okay, when is this going to happen, guys? When is this? I am getting that it's going to take another 2 4-year election cycles. Is what I'm getting. I'm getting that the Democrats are going to win the next 2 election cycles, possibly 3, but it's going to be during that second cycle that this is really it's going to be incremental, but the big changes are going to come through in that second Democratic election cycle. Okay. Yeah. Now I'm getting Buttigieg and Harris again. I did a reading on that the other day in regards to Biden's 2024. Quite happy for any combination of the above. Some said, oh no, it'll be Kamala as vice president and she'll put in Buttigieg, and and Kamala will go to the DOJ and Buttigieg will become vice president. I don't care what combination gets in. I think the fact that they're going to bring through new youthful energy is fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Okay, show me please. I'm using my intuitive cards here. There's a link below. Show me. Just a mental reminder to myself to also put the link to that gerrymandering diagram, if I can find it. Okay. Show me going forward. Show me going forward. What's going to happen to election gerrymandering in the US? Just a couple of rows, guys. Let's see. Election gerrymandering in the US going forward. Those, it won't let me. Yeah, that's there saying shuffled enough. Okay, we'll race through this. Peace, love it. But the future is not yet written. It's too soon to really call. It is in a state of flux at the moment. The destruction of what is, the destruction, fear, happiness, loss, comfort, loyalty. Okay. So these cards are designed, they have little words down the bottom, which is just a prompt. You don't have to use the prompt. You can go by the images themselves. But I am getting, so this is gerrymandering into the future. I'm getting it. This is a yes, it is going to happen. It's going to happen quite peacefully. But the process has not yet been worked through yet. There is going to be a period of destruction and fear. But there will be happiness at the loss of those that are sitting comfortably and loyal, is what I'm getting there. There will be some that will be sad as this is rebuilt for the sake of the country. Those that have benefited off it or don't understand the process are not going to like it. But those of us that do are going to be happy, as those that are sitting in their loyal comfort are going to find themselves at a loss in regards to this. But I love the destruction card. There is going to be some fear in regards to this, because there is always fear of the unknown. Sadness as it's rebuilt in the country in the future. But this is really positive. This is up with the fullness. So this is going to be very much about fairness, fullness, poverty, communication. It's actually going to reduce poverty. But communication is always the key. Communication about the swamp. And there is going to be secrets about overseas influence, and the abundance is going to be rebalanced as we have unity and growth in the rule of there's going to be a rebalancing. Okay, it's going to bring forward abundance and rebalancing as there is unity in the growth forward about the rule, and it's going to be huge. It is a convoluted path that's going to be undertaken. So this tells me it's going to take a while, and I have seen, as I said, next couple of election cycles. So we might be looking at 6 to 8 years. There is going to be incremental changes, but it's not really going to come to fruition until that 6 to 8 years. But in home security, the devil. So, okay. Thank you. There is this security in this devil energy. So change is going to be slow, is what I'm getting. again, it comes back to this fear of the unknown. We've always done it this way, so therefore we should always do it this way. Excuse me? No. It will be slow transformation, which clarifies what I've already said. But then there will be a fast light bulb awakening moment. Really fast. Struck down. As there is, but there is also going to be pushback against this positivity. It is a crossroads moment. Time down, rest in peace for the masses. Okay. With the glass empty and anger and divisiveness will be in the past because of the noise and the coming together. So we are really in this next few years at a crossroads moment, and it is time for this change. It will be the death of suppression as the masses come forward. The division and anger that is causing this emptiness of soul is going to be in the past as a lot of noise comes forward in regards to giving help and working together. It is a change of the smallness is destined via magic happening out every drop in the ocean of the current form of leadership. So the magic happening is okay, thank you. What I'm getting is with this card, even that says every drop in the ocean, it's about the minority putting in leaders. It's going to be a difficult message, but yes, for families. And no to foreign influence, very much about feminine energy. Okay, I could keep going because they keep telling the story, but I think you get the gist. It is coming about. There's going to be pushback by those that benefit from gerrymandering. There's going to be anger from those that are in this swamp and it works for them, but it doesn't work for the majority. So it is on the way out. It is the destruction of the status quo and rebuilding is going to be uncomfortable for some who have been loyal and comfortable in their positions. But yes, change is coming, and that is the only constant in our life is change. So thank you for joining me. Love to you all. Take care, and we'll watch it play out. Bye-bye.